Lightyear. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can notify for future videos. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, after watching Lightyear at the theater with my oldest daughter for Father's Day, I gotta say this movie was awesome. I had a great time with this movie. I mean, this movie was, I'm not saying it's like my most favorite movie of the year. I mean, Top Gun is still number one. This was maybe like a number two or number three at this point, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was actually pretty damn good. I thought Chris Evans did an awesome job as Buzz. I mean, it didn't really take me out of it that I was hearing his voice over Tim Allen, because going over what the premise of this movie was supposed to be, I didn't really think about it. I heard his voice and said, okay, and just went with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to compare the two, but it was kind of fun to actually pick out some of like the infamous one-liners that Tim Allen would say in the previous films. I mean, they were kind of hard, you know, like the "not today." You know, I mean, I was waiting for like it's not flying, it's falling with style line. But I think that mainly was more just for the toy version of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't hear that one. And I gotta say, I thought that the pull my finger joke landed just as good in the actual movie as it did in the trailer. At least for me, it did. I mean,
to infinity.
Are you trying to get me to pull your finger?
Don't pull for it.
I was laughing my ass off on that one. I was probably louder than everybody else around me. I mean, but I thought it was funny. But that's just me. But anyway, I thought the rest of this cast was pretty damn cool. I mean, I love Socks. I mean, I'm not saying he stole the movie, but he was definitely funny every time he was in there. And there was like some kind of Star Wars reference in there when he kind of plugged himself in on the ship. Kind of gave me like an R2-D2 vibe. Maybe that's just me. I mean, I don't know. This movie was very entertaining. I like this movie a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'll actually go see it again, if I need to see it again in theaters and what have you. You know what I mean? But it was fun. Lightyear is a 2022 American computer animated science fiction action adventure film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures. The film is a spin-off of the Toy Story film franchise and serving as the origin story for the character Buzz Lightyear. Directed by Angus MacLane, and MacLane teams up with Matthew Aldrich and Jason Hadley for writing for the story, and produced by Galen Sussman. Lightyear tells the story of a young astronaut, Buzz Lightyear, who, after being marooned on a hostile planet with his commander and crew, tries to find a way home while confronting the threat in the form of Emperor Zurg. Initially, the source material for Buzz Lightyear was introduced in the direct-to-video film Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. The adventure begins in 2000, which was the pilot to a spin-off television series, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, from 2000 to 2001. After finishing work on Finding Dory in 2016, MacLane, a science fiction fan, pitched the idea of making a film about Buzz Lightyear at Pixar to invoke the science fiction films he grew up on watching. The animators wanted to give the film a cinematic and chunky look. The animation and the visual process was done remotely during the COVID-19 pandemic. Michael Giacchino composed the film score. Lightyear premiered at the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles, California on June 8th of 2022 and was theatrically released in the United States on June 17th in Real D 3D, 4DX, Dolby Cinema, and IMAX formats, and is the first Pixar film to be released in theaters worldwide since Onward of March of 2020, and is the first one to be filmed in IMAX. The film was not released in various, mostly Muslim-majority countries due to the scene featuring a same-sex kiss. It received general favor reviews from the critics, who praised its animation and entertainment value, but felt that the story was conventional. Starring in this movie, we got Chris Evans, Kiki Palmer, Peter Sun, James Brolin, Taika Waititi, Dale Soules, Uzo Aduba, Mary McDonnell Lewis, Efren Ramirez, and Isaiah Whitlock Jr., just to name a few. Coming out of opening weekend, Lightyear is sitting with a Rotten Tomato score of 77%, with 232 top critics so far reporting in. Now, over on the audience side, it's sitting with 86% of the 1,000+ fans so far writing in are loving this movie. Now, I won't say I love this movie, but I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I laughed a lot with this movie, and there was some really cool moments in this movie. Taika Waititi was hilarious as usual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would love to see this cast in another movie, to be quite honest with you, and I think they quite set that up. Now, there are 3 credit scenes, I don't think that's a spoiler, so there are 3, so you got to stay to the very end to see them all, okay? Just so you know up front. I'm not going to tell you what they are, just so you know. They are there. Now, with a budget of $200 million, and as of right now, it's estimated opening worldwide box office of $85.6 million, which is not bad for your opening weekend. I mean, it's not phenomenal, but it's not bad, but it wasn't good enough to actually get the number one spot. Jurassic Park holds on to the number one spot at the box office in Lightyear's opening weekend. So, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe with word of mouth, this might actually pick up some steam in week two and like maybe perform just as good, or if not have like a major drop off. I mean, who knows? And we'll have to wait and see how this thing plays out. So, I mean, this movie is actually pretty good. I mean, the only way this thing really actually ties into the other movies is this is the origin story to the toy Buzz Lightyear. This is where the toy comes from. This is the movie that Andy saw that made him want to have that toy, which kind of makes me wonder, why didn't we see these other characters? He didn't want them other action figures either. I mean, what? But that's a topic for a whole nother video. I mean, but however, I mean, I still liked it. I mean, I can actually see a whole toy line and you're going to see a whole toy line for these characters in the stores. You know what I'm saying? So it felt like that. I mean, I like the interstellar vibe that they had going on with the, every time he'd go up, they would lose like 4 years until that one time. And then he lost like 20, right? And then, so I thought that was kind of neat. And then I thought it was like how they had that little bit of the multiverse thing going on. I mean, everybody else has got a multiverse thing going on, so why not, right? So throw that in there too. So I thought that was kind of neat. And I also thought now this is a little bit of a spoiler on how like they seem to like be playing into that to where they were trying to set up another film, which is, again, I'm not going to say where they show you this stuff because I don't want to spoil this stuff. If this is something you actually need to see, I don't know if you want to actually see it in the theater or if you want to wait for this to come be at home for home video, but you want to actually see this story on the screen yourself. You don't want to be spoiled. I mean, for an animated movie, you know, I thought the story was actually pretty good. I don't want what they say that it was like conventional. I mean, was it like groundbreaking? No, not really, but it was still fun. All in all I can say is I like this movie. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I might actually go see this movie again because like they keep talking about the same sex kiss thing on seen in the movie. I missed it. I didn't see it. I mean, I saw the couple part, and that didn't really bother me. I don't remember seeing a kiss or something. I mean, I missed it. I mean, maybe it was just so fast it didn't. I mean, I don't know why it could be such a big deal because I missed it. I didn't see it. So I don't know. It didn't bother me. So did you go out and check Pixar's Lightyear? Let me know in the comments down below. Where does this rank with you with other Pixar films we've seen over the years? And who is your favorite character other than Buzz Lightyear of this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I don't know, man. I thought this movie was pretty good, and I can't wait to see it again. So let me know what you think in the comments down below.